Welcome everybody to Northernlands3. My name's Paul Connell from ODI Leeds, and what we're going to do now is to speak to Karel Van Oosterom, the Ambassador for the Netherlands, who are our partners for the Northernlands series. Northernlands3 has 4 areas of focus, and it's also got a common thread. The areas of focus are mobility and urban living, climate emergency, innovation with health data, the economy and future of work, all hung together under the very important subject of data rights and data security and safety. But now I'm going to ask Karel and say hi. If you could just introduce yourself, let us know why we're here today, why the subject of open data is important to the Netherlands.
Thank you very much, Paul. And first of all, a warm welcome to all of us who joined us today for this very important session. Some warm words of thanks also to you personally, Paul, and to your whole group up there in Leeds to organize the Northernlands number 3. I arrived in the UK in August last year. I'm the new Dutch ambassador to the United Kingdom, all of the United Kingdom, and big kudos to the whole Northernlands organization, because for us in the Netherlands, it's really important to realize that there's more to the United Kingdom than London, and connecting the Netherlands with the northern part of the United Kingdom is crucial. And it's not just about business, it's not just about culture, it's not just about society, it's first and foremost connecting our citizens, making sure that real life connections exist between the societies in both parts of our countries.
Thanks, Karel, that's amazing. Could you just tell us a little bit about what the Dutch approach to open data and the policies are there, please?
Yeah, I think our approach is very much comparable to what we see in other places in the world. We all face the same dilemmas, the same dimensions. And when thinking about today's session, I jotted down some thoughts, and it ended up to a 8P assessment framework. So I have 8 words starting with a P, and let's see whether that connects with the thinking in the north of England. First, of course, we talk about protection of data, as we say in Dutch. Data, data, data. In Dutch, we say data. So we have to protect our data from unauthorized access. They have to be secure. I mean, that's obvious. Secondly, certainly coming from the Netherlands, we have to make sure that privacy of our data is guaranteed. People should make their own decisions about who can process the data and for what purpose. And certainly, and I'll get back to that in the end, that's what the GDPR in the European Union is all about. Third, data should be public when it's beneficial for the greater good and people are okay with it, but not automatically. Fourth, private sector participation is essential, but we need some kind of democratic oversight mechanisms. Fifth, processors of data, the people, certainly companies who use them, should have some kind of equal access. What we see at the moment is the big tech companies like Facebook control so much of the data, whereas startups, and certainly some of them are with us today, and certainly also if you compare fintech companies, the smaller upstarts with the big banks, there's no level playing field. So processors should have more of an equal access. The 6th point, of course, coming from the Netherlands, promotion of human rights is central to anything we do, and combining right to privacy, but also freedom of expression. Sometimes there's striking the right balance is crucial. So my 7th point, also crucial today, proper payment structures. Too often we see that open data lead to private companies profiting and reaping a lot of benefit, and the cost goes to the taxpayers. As an example, I came from New York last year. There you see that a country like Amazon, which is profiting from a lot of data they have gained, are using a lot of public space without paying tax on that one. And I think that's something we should look into as well. And 8, and that's something I would say between the Netherlands, Northernlands, the north of England, we should profit from each other's experiences. And that's why we're here today. I mentioned GDPR. There's one crucial aspect we haven't touched upon yet, which is Brexit, which also in the data ecosystem has consequences, because we don't have at this moment data adequacy agreement between the European Union and the United Kingdom. And let's just express the hope we'll have that as soon as possible, because that kind of cooperation also on a bilateral basis is crucial for all of our societies, our private sector and our citizens.
Thanks, Karel. I don't think I could have done a better version myself. There's lots of similarities between the way that we work here in the UK and in the north of England. And just on that point of data adequacy, cross fingers, the music is that we're going to get there. So let's hope that we do. And your point around connecting our citizens is so important. And there is so much more. I think we've got more in common with each other than we've got differences. So that's really important for us.